What's going on, everybody? Sonar here, and I just got back from the FLW Pro Circuit event on the Harris Chain of Lakes, and we slipped out of there with a top 10 finish. Finished 6th, had a great event, and even caught one of the biggest bags I've ever weighed in, a 26.5-pound bag on day 1. And so I wanted to show you the setup that I caught almost all of the fish. I caught all but 2 fish that I weighed in during the week on this setup. And it all starts with this bait right here. This is the Z-Man palmetto bugs. Now, the first day after catching that big bag, I decided to be a little bit tight-lipped as far as this bait goes, because it's a little bit more special than some of the other baits that have similar profiles. The first thing that is really important to note about the palmetto bugs and why it catches so much more fish than similar baits is the fact that it's made of Elastec. Elastec does a couple things. It's more durable, number 1, but number 2, it's extremely soft and buoyant. And what that does is when I was flipping and pitching these reeds and emergent grass that I was targeting, is that when it hits the bottom, that tail will actually float up to the surface instead of just falling over on its side like regular plastics do. So the palmetto bugs just has that extra action when it's just at a standstill and kind of dead sticking on the bottom that really gets more strikes. And of course it has that proven creature bait or beaver profile to it. So that bait was absolutely critical for me. And of course I'm Texas rigging that. I used a Hayabusa 959 worm hook. It's got a heavy wire design, and it's EWG offset shank hook, which I think is a big deal when I'm flipping heavy cover. It just hooks those fish so well. And I was using between a 3/8 ounce to a 3/4 ounce Fitzgerald tungsten weight with one of their flipping beads on there. And of course that's pegged to the line. And the line that I'm using was the Seagar Smackdown braid. I was using 65-pound test, never had a failure the entire week, and I'm pulling these fish out of some really nasty stuff. So love that braid. And then the rod and the reel that I was using a 7/6 heavy action all-purpose series from Fitzgerald Rods. This event was the first time I actually used this all-purpose rod, and I absolutely love it. It's my new favorite flipping stick for light flipping and pitching and flipping around emergent grass. And it just has the right action. It's got plenty of backbone. I was able to boat flip a lot of 5-pounders this week, and I just love this rod. And then of course I had a stunner reel on there, high-speed gear ratio. So this is the setup that I used all week long at the Harris Chain. I know that it'll do the same exact thing for you. It'll help you catch more fish. So I'm gonna see you guys out in the water. Let's go get another top 10.